How you doing, guys? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. Tonight we're going to be drinking a beer that is one of my all-time favorites. There's a little bit of a twist on that. Give you a little bit of backstory. If you watch one of my introductory videos and how I got into beer and why I like beer and why I'm doing this whole show thing, I would go to a particular bar. I would sit at that bar and I would stare at this beautiful cooler full of amazing beers. I mean, I still have a menu from back then. We're talking Thomas Hardy's, West Veltrin's, JWE's. The list goes on and on and on of the amazing beers that this place had. And one of the beers they had was Courage Russian Imperial Stout. It was a very tiny bottle, and it was very, very expensive. I would stare at that bottle. Well, expensive back then. I mean, it was. I think it was a 9-ounce bottle, and it was probably like $15 or $18. I was like, "This is insane. I will never ever buy this." Now I would buy it all if I had a chance. But I would stare at it, and then one day, after I knew enough what I was drinking and how good of a beer it could be before I even tasted it, I tried it and fell in love with it. And after that, I would drink Courage's. Not all the time because of the price, but it would be something I definitely offer myself on an occasion. And then drop off the face of the earth. The rights to the beer and the brewery kind of floated around for a while, went from either brewery to brewery, or parts of the brewery kind of became under new ownership, and it kind of not got lost in the shuffle, but it almost seems like it died on the vine for a bit. And in 2011, Wells and Young, I believe, picked it up and started to produce it again. Let me see. Yes, Wells and Young out of Bedford, England. I didn't know it was coming back. My buddy, Wade, Dr. Octave on YouTube, he does music videos if you want to check him out. He found it in New Jersey, which to us is kind of like a beer mecca. It just seems like you find amazing beer in Jersey. Anyway, I'm from northeastern Pennsylvania, just to give you an idea where I am. He found it, and he was like, "It's back." So, I'm super excited to give it a whirl. I have had its new iteration about a year and a half ago. It was right off the line. So it's usually best if it sits for a bit. This is about a year old, so I'm really excited to get into it. The labeling is a bit different. It was black. It was white and then black, and it kind of changed, whatever. It seems similar to what it is from memory. I dig it. You know, I mean, the bottle shape alone is just really nice. This is still 9 ounces. I thought it was more. They might have changed the bottle shape on it. It might have been 8 ounces back in the day. Anyway, it's just classic. I mean, look at the shape of that bottle. That's fantastic. You know, the thin neck comes out, and you got that little down there, and it's just fantastic. The art on it, everything is really, really, really classic. As far as what it says on the bottle, it says, as originally brewed in 1795 for Catherine the Great of Russia. Courage Russian, Imperial Russian Stout, not Russian Imperial Stout, brewed to perfection only once a year. Enjoy now or allowed to mature for up to 13 years. I always love that arbitrary number, 13 years. Not 12, not up to 13. It can't be 14. Like, it can go much longer than 13. But anyway, at the bottom, alcohol, 10% alcohol. It's nice. Master brewer's name I can't make out. Top, it says Courage Imperial Russian Stout. Enjoy a rich espresso body with pear overtones, an intriguing, fresh, smoky, fruity finish. 2013 vintage. There's a code on the back. It doesn't make much sense. I want to call it a date code, but it can't be. And on the back, just Surgeon General warning, refund, all that kind of stuff. So there's really not much else on here. But yeah, decided to give this one a whirl. Bring back some memories, just of me learning about good beer. I mean, we're talking 17 years ago, so so good. That is a Russian Imperial Stout right there. No ifs, ands, or buts about that sucker. That is a creamy delicious head. I mean, it looks good. It's gonna take a little bit for that to go down, but I don't care. I can't wait to drink that thing. Coffee, a coffee head. It looks like coffee, you know. Just that nice, rich, ochre brownish kind of color that just screams Russian Imperial Stout, Stout or Porter. Just that head you want. I mean, it's gigantic. You're talking about it. If I would have kept going, you would have got almost 3 fingers. There's a little bit left in the bottle. Decent amount of carbonation. Retention's just a killer. Seems like it wants to stay forever. Yeah, body-wise, I mean, it's not black. I can tell you that much. It wants to be black, but it's just the darkest brown ever. I can see just through the bottom here what real color it is. When I poured it, you could tell it wasn't actually black. So, I mean, it wants to be, but I mean, you can't see much in there. So, as far as density or whatnot, you're gonna have to leave that up to the mouth. Let's, gotta do the nose first. Oh, I like coffee. And that's what I'm getting out of that sucker. I just know. I know I'm gonna like this one. Just with that extra time on it, I know. It smells so rich and so good. It smells like heaven in a glass. It's very subtle. It's not overpowering. Russian Imperials, or they would say Imperial Russians, are a weird animal for me, in that they have to be, I don't know how to place it, but they have to be specific. A lot of them have this weird finish for me. I don't know if it's the smokiness or a particular hop finish that I'm getting. I haven't been able to nail it down, but stuff like North Coast, I'm a big fan of. Their old Rasputin, for some reason, it just doesn't do it for me. And some other Russian Imperial Stouts, the finish on them just don't do it for me. And that's why this, in particular, from what I remember back in the day, was always one of my favorites. It just had just a perfect finish on it. It just smells, I can't even explain it. I just want to huff it. I want to drink it too, but I just want to sit here and huff it. It smells like a chocolate milkshake mixed with coffee, mixed with caramel, mixed with a score bar. That all in one. I mean, but very subtle. I mean, I just have to make that point. It's not overpowering. It's not punching me in the face like some noses do. It's very subtle, but it's so inviting and so delicious. So inviting that I need to drink it. Oh my God. That's delicious. That is a fantastic beer. Oh my God. I mean, this is Russian Imperial Stout. This is it. This is the best. I mean, for me, wow. Oh my God. It's everything about it. All the things I told you were in the nose are in the mouth, but amplified. You know what I mean? It tastes like a chocolate milkshake mixed with coffee, mixed with caramel, mixed with a score bar. Grind that up. Alcohol, add alcohol to that, and that's what this beer is. I mean, this is just a fantastic Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of what a Russian Imperial or Imperial Russian Stout should be. All those flavors. The mouthfeel is excellent. Oh, that's beer. That's what beer's supposed to taste like. This is how beer is supposed to be. This is what I personally like to drink. It's just such a pleasure. I mean, it goes down smooth as hell. It tastes fantastic in your mouth. It has an awesome finish. I mean, it's just, wow. This is a great beer. I mean, like I said, I was coming into this being a little bit weirdly biased because I had this love of this beer from my past, knowing it and having this sweet spot in my heart for it. But I also did have I did have it when it first emerged, immediately after it first emerged. In when I tasted it, I was disappointed. I was like, this is not what I remember this beer being. I don't know what they did. Somebody screwed up along the way, and I don't know if they reemerged and they refined the recipe, or the brewer got better, or it's just that little. Like I said, it's about a year old. It's got a little bit of time on it. I don't know if a bit of all of those, but from what I tasted when it first reemerged to now is night and day. If I would have reviewed it back then, I probably would have given it a solid score, but I wouldn't have given it the score I'm going to give it today. To grade it, to score it, I'm going to give it a 98, because that's how good it is. I'm trying to think of a flaw on it. If I were to pick at it, give it the tiniest flaw, the tiniest bit of booze, a little bit of heat, and that's about it. I mean, it's not in any way, it doesn't take away from the beer. Give it a 98 only because I can't give 100, and 99 is reserved for Hardy's. So, I mean, it's near as close to a perfect beer in a Russian Imperial Stout that you can possibly get. Availability, I can't get it in Pennsylvania. I've never seen it in Pennsylvania except for that one bar that had it years and years ago. I have seen it in Jersey when I popped in there, so again, I have to give it a low availability scale just based on that. I'm going to give it like a 2, but if I wanted to go somewhere, I know where to pick some up, and that's always a nice thing to know. Value-wise, $7 for a bottle. I'm going to have to give it an 8 on value scale. $7 for a 9-ounce bottle is not great as far as ratio, what you're paying to fluid ounces you're getting, but it's such a good beer that I've paid for beers, 12-ounce beers, stuff like this for like $12, $13. So from that aspect, I have to give it let's do an 8. That's what I'm going to give it, an 8 on a value scale. So yeah, 98 on overall, availability 2, and just cost effectiveness value I'm going to give it an 8 just because it's good and it's worth the money. Yeah, so I mean, if you're a fan of Russian Imperial Stouts, Imperial Russian Stouts, or beers in general, you owe it to yourself to try this beer. It is that good. Courage Russian Imperial Stout was one of my favorites. I was kind of skeptical going back into it now based off the taste I had a couple years ago, but I am a firm believer back again. So, I mean, if you like beer, and you like darker beer, and you like malty beer, or you like stouts or Imperial Russians or Russian Imperial Stouts, if you see this, pick it up. You will like it. End of story. So yeah, that's a review in the books right there. I'm Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you do like it or you hate it or whatever, please comment below. If you have a minute, it'd be awesome if you check this out at other places on the internet. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find us at Massive Beers at all those places. And yeah, like I said, another review in the books. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're drinking a good beer right now. And cheers. Oh.